Hey, little buddy, want a ride?
Pikachu!
Yeah, whatever.
I'll be right back.
Where can you catch all 150 Pokemon? On your Game Boy, that's where. Pokemon for Game Boy is here. With both packs, you can catch them all. Games and systems sold.
Welcome to our deep dive into the world of Pokemon Red. Before we embark on this nostalgic journey, let's take a moment to appreciate the history behind this groundbreaking game and understand why Pokemon became such a global phenomenon. Pokemon, short for Pocket Monsters, was conceived by Satoshi Tajiri and Ken Sugimori. Inspired by Tajiri's childhood love for collecting creatures, the idea evolved into a game where players could catch, train, and battle with their own virtual monsters. Developed by Game Freak and published by Nintendo, Pokemon Red and Green were released in Japan in 1996. While Pokemon Green was exclusive to Japan, Pokemon Red was eventually paired with Pokemon Blue for the international release in 1998. The games quickly became a cultural phenomenon, leading to an expansive franchise that includes games, trading cards, an animated TV series, movies, and much more. Pokemon's popularity can be attributed to several key factors: universal appeal, social interaction, engaging story and world, cross-media presence, nostalgia, and innovation. The concept of collecting and battling creatures appealed to a wide range of ages and interests. Whether you were a child fascinated by the creatures or an adult enjoying the strategy and exploration, there was something for everyone. The ability to trade and battle Pokemon with friends added a social component that was groundbreaking at the time. The slogan, "Gotta catch 'em all," encouraged players to interact and share their experiences. The world of Pokemon was rich and immersive, with each game offering a new region to explore, new characters to meet, and new Pokemon to discover. This sense of adventure and discovery kept players engaged and coming back for more. Pokemon's expansion into other media, including the immensely popular animated TV series and trading card game, created a cohesive and immersive universe. This cross-platform presence helped maintain and grow its fanbase. Pokemon has managed to balance nostalgia with innovation. While new games and features are regularly introduced, the core mechanics and beloved Pokemon remain, creating a sense of familiarity and nostalgia for longtime fans. Now let's dive into the experience of playing Pokemon Red, the game that started it all. Our journey begins in Pallet Town. As a young trainer, we wake up in our room, filled with anticipation for the adventure ahead. Exploring our room a bit, we can find a potion in the PC and play our Famicom if we were playing the Japanese version, but for the rest of the world we are playing our Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or SNES for short. Then we head downstairs and check out what our mom is watching on TV. If we have the English version of the game, then our mom is watching Stand By Me with a quote saying, "There's a movie on TV. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks." If we had the French version, then our mom is watching Dragon Ball, with a quote saying, "An animated cartoon, a little boy with a monkey tail." After bidding farewell to our mother, we head to Professor Oak's lab. Here, we are faced with a significant decision, choosing our first Pokemon. This moment is pivotal, not only shaping our initial gameplay, but also creating lasting bond. Whether we choose Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle, each choice offers a unique journey. Bulbasaur, the grass type, makes early gym battles easier, especially against rock and water types. Bulbasaur has the highest base stat total out of the 3 starters, with their highest stat being their special attack. However, Bulbasaur won't learn many grass special attacks until later. Charmander, the fire type, starts off with a challenge but evolves into a powerful ally. Charmander has the lowest base stat total out of the 3 starters, with their highest being speed, which is very beneficial since in this game your critical hit chance is linked to your speed stat. Squirtle, the water type, offers a balanced experience and is particularly effective against the early rock type gym. Squirtle truly is the middle ground between the two, having a base stat total falling between Charmander and Bulbasaur, with their highest stat being defense, which makes sense. He has a shell. The initial choice reflects our personal playstyle and strategy, setting the stage for the rest of our journey. Before we can leave though, we battle against our rival Blue, who will choose the Pokemon that has the type advantage against yours. So if you chose Charmander, he will choose Squirtle. Leaving Pallet Town, we embark on Route 1, a simple path filled with our first wild Pokemon encounters. Here, we can encounter these Pokemon. We also learn the basics of catching and battling Pokemon. Arriving in Viridian City, we visit the Pokemon Center to heal up our team, and the Pokemart to stock up on essential items. We check out the town and find that the gym here is closed, so we continue to run a brief errand for Professor Oak, which brings us back to Pallet Town. Before we head up to continue to Pewter City, we head left to Route 22. Also, we can catch Blue training his starter and newly caught Pidgey, before he challenges us to a Pokemon battle. Then we head to Route 2. It is a shorter route. We are able to find these Pokemon before heading into Viridian Forest. Our next destination is Viridian Forest, a lush area teeming with bug-type Pokemon. Here we can find these Pokemon and eager trainers. This forest serves as an important training ground, allowing us to build our team's strength and prepare for the challenges ahead. The dense foliage and wilding paths create a sense of exploration and discovery. Emerging from Viridian Forest, we arrive in Pewter City, home to the first gym leader, Brock. His rock-type Pokemon, Geodude and Onix, present a formidable challenge. Understanding type advantages and preparing our team accordingly is crucial. Defeating Brock earns us the Boulder Badge, symbolizing our progress and determination. The badge also lets us use HM05, Flash. Increases our attack stat of all Pokemon. It is a hidden buff, so it won't reflect on our actual Pokemon stats. We also pick up TM34 Bide. This victory is a significant milestone, giving us confidence for the journey ahead. With our first badge in hand, we head east to Route 3, where we can find these Pokemon, as well as battling more trainers and expanding our team. Our next major challenge is Mount Moon, a labyrinth cave filled with these Pokemon and rare fossils. Navigating Mount Moon requires strategy and perseverance, as well as a lot of patience for all the encounters. But reaching the end brings valuable rewards, including the Helix or Dome Fossil, which will give you Omanyte or Kabuto. Exiting Mount Moon, we arrive at Route 4, a shorter route where we can pick up these Pokemon before heading to Cerulean City. This bustling city is home to the second gym leader, Misty, who specializes in water-type Pokemon. Her Starmie is particularly challenging with its speed and power. Victory here requires a well-prepared team and strong electric or grass-type moves. After we beat this woman, we gain the ability to use HM01, Cut, and Bubble Beam. Beyond the gym, we head up to face the Nugget Bridge challenge, but before we can face that challenge, we have to battle against our rival, Blue, who has built up his team, which consists of his starter, Pidgeotto, Rattata, and Abra. After that, we continue onto the bridge, which is a series of battles that test our team's strength. At the end, we encounter a Team Rocket member, introducing us to the game's recurring villains. After beating the Team Rocket member, we continue on to Route 24, where we can catch these Pokemon, and Route 25 battling some more trainers, along the way also picking up some of these Pokemon. Now we are able to visit Bill, the Pokemon researcher, who rewards us with the invaluable SS and ticket, essential for continuing our journey. Now we are able to continue to the next town by heading through this person's house, which was ransacked by Team Rocket. As we exit the other side, we are stopped by a police officer who turns out to be a Team Rocket member. After beating them, we get Dig, which is a move that we can teach to our Pokemon. With the SS and ticket in hand, we head south through the underground pass to Vermilion City. We end up at Route 6, where we can catch some of these Pokemon before battling some more trainers and ending up in Vermilion City. After checking out the city, we head to the SS Anne. A luxurious cruise liner is filled with trainers eager for battle. It's a great place to gain experience and collect useful items. On board, we also face off against Blue, again, who has evolved his starter to its second stage, as well as the rest of his team from our fight on the Nugget Bridge. After embarrassing Blue for the 4th time in a row, he runs off crying, and we are able to go up and see the captain, who gives us HM01 Cut. After our cruise, we use Cut to get to the gym where we face Lieutenant Surge, the electric gym leader, also a veteran, which brings other things into question that I will not go into here. His team consists of Voltorb, Pikachu, and his Raichu is a formidable opponent. Having a strong ground-type Pokemon is key to securing victory. After we beat Surge, we get a defense boost, the ability to use HM02 Fly, and Thunderbolt. Next, we reach Celadon City, a bustling metropolis with plenty to offer. The Celadon department store provides access to powerful items and TMs. I highly recommend picking up a few X accuracies as well as Carbos to level up your Pokemon's speed and make sure you hit your moves. You can also pick up an X speed if you need for your slower Pokemon. We also take on Erica, the grass type gym leader. Her Pokemon require different strategy, often necessitating the use of fire, flying, or bug type Pokemon. This is what her team consists of. After beating her senseless, we take on the Team Rocket hideout, which is held up in the game corner. Uncovering Team Rocket's hideout beneath Celadon Game Corner adds a layer of intrigue and excitement. Defeating Giovanni, their leader, brings us one step closer to the nefarious plans. As our journey progresses, we encounter the eerie Lavender Town. Known for its haunting music and the Pokemon Tower, this area introduces us to Ghost-type Pokemon and adds a layer of depth to our game story. The Pokemon Tower's ghostly encounters and the subplot involve a Cubone searching for its mother, tugging at our heartstrings. Also, we encounter our rival, yet again, talking about the purpose of the Pokemon Tower and how it is to put Pokemon and their souls at rest for Pokemon that are no longer with us. Before challenging us to a Pokemon battle with a team consisting of Pidgeotto, Kadabra, Growlithe if you chose Charmander or Bulbasaur, Exeggutor if you chose Squirtle or Bulbasaur, and Gyarados if you chose Squirtle or Charmander. Notice how the Raticate from the previous encounters is no longer part of the team. Interesting how Blue's Raticate is not a part of the team and Blue is in the Pokemon Tower, and how they were just talking about the lore of the Pokemon Tower. Anyways, after pondering the consequences of our actions, we were able to put the Marowak to rest. Moving on to Saffron City, we see two gyms. One of them is a fighting dojo, and the other is Sabrina's gym. In the dojo, after proving our worth, we get our choice of Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee. After picking our fighting type, we head off to face Sabrina, the psychic type gym leader. Fun fact, psychic is super effective against fighting. When we get to Sabrina, her gym is blocked by a Team Rocket member, so in order to battle her, we need to go to Silph.Co. After entering the building, we make our way through Team Rocket and our way to the top. Before we can get there, however, we encounter Blue, again, for another battle with him. This time, he has an evolved version of his last team, minus Growlithe. After beating Blue, again, we face Giovanni. Again, his team consists of these Pokemon, so depending on how your team composition is, you could have a very easy time or a very difficult time with this one. Now with Team Rocket defeated, we are able to fight Sabrina. Her powerful Pokemon and the intricate teleportation puzzle in her gym both test our mental and battling skills. Continuing our journey, we arrive in Fuchsia City. Here we take on Koga, the poison type gym leader. His team consists of these Pokemon, and a gym filled with invisible walls and tricky trainers. The Safari Zone offers us a unique experience to catch rare Pokemon and find the HM03 Surf, essential for future progress. Next, we head to Cinnabar Island using the HM03 Surf that we found before, home of the Fire-type gym leader Blaine, with his team consisting of these Pokemon. The island's Pokemon Mansion hides secrets of the mysterious Pokemon Mewtwo as well. Solving the puzzles here and in Blaine's gym are crucial for advancing. Returning to Viridian City, we face the final gym, now led by Giovanni. His ground-type Pokemon consisting of these Pokemon provide a tough final challenge before the Pokemon League. Defeating Giovanni earns us the final badge and opens the path to Victory Road. But before we can go to Victory Road, we have to face our rival once more. This time, his team is more leveled up before moving on to Victory Road. Victory Road is the ultimate test of our skills and team. This treacherous cave is filled with powerful trainers and wild Pokemon, pushing us to our limits as we prepare for the Elite Four. At the Indigo Plateau, we face the Elite Four, Lorelei, consisting of this team, Bruno has this team, Agatha has these Pokemon, and Lance has this disgusting team. Each member's specialty requires careful planning and a well-rounded team. After overcoming these formidable opponents, we face the champion, our rival, Blue, again, in a final showdown that tests everything we've learned. This time, all of Blue's Pokemon are fully evolved and can do some damage if you aren't prepared. Becoming the champion is a moment of triumph, but it's also a time for reflection. Pokemon Red isn't just a game, it is an adventure that teaches us about friendship, perseverance, and the joy of discovery. The Hall of Fame immortalizes your journey and the Pokemon who stood by us, capturing the essence of our adventure. Pokemon Red laid the foundation for a franchise that continues to capture the hearts of millions. Its legacy is a testament to the timeless appeal of the Pokemon world. The combination of imaginative creatures, engaging gameplay, and the ability to connect with friends across the globe made Pokemon an enduring phenomenon. Thank you for joining me on this nostalgic journey through Pokemon Red. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share your own memories of playing Pokemon Red in the comments below. Until next time, happy training.